Today I wanted to talk to you about Socratic seminars and how to go about planning one and engaging students in one. I start by choosing a text. I chose Things Fall Apart. From there, I had to consider essential questions based on the text. And essential questions are typically open-ended questions that apply to the text, but also to the real world. So for example, here's a few essential questions I came up with that my students would work on throughout the Socratic seminar. For example, what does it mean to be a man? People have the right to change things in a community they are new to. Are Blacks affected by whites migrating to Africa? From there, I developed a grading rubric for my students. So here's a screenshot of my grading rubric. The categories I developed were behavior, speaking, reasoning, listening, and reading preparation. So for example, to get a 5 in each category, the scale would be 1 to 5, 5 being full credit for students. A student who's doing great speaking during this discussion speaks to everyone in the group, speaks clearly, and takes a leadership role without taking over the discussion. Someone who does good listening writes down comments, questions, and ideas that their peers share, and they also build on others' ideas and gives them credit. After I've created my rubric, I also want to create guidelines that will guide our discussion during our Socratic seminar. So it is important to have very clear rules for students. So here are a few that I came up with. One is come prepared. This means bringing notes and other information to the discussion. Participating is one of the biggest components. They should be able to back up their comments with evidence, expand on what someone else has already said, share personal stories, connecting their personal experiences to the text, asking questions, disagreeing with comments, but not putting anyone down for having a different idea, and then using speaking time fairly. After creating these guidelines, next, what I would have students do is complete pre-work. And pre-work involves having students answer a list of essential questions that will guide them during the Socratic seminar. So students answered questions such as, what does it mean to be a man prior to the Socratic seminar, and then write about what they think that means, how it is brought up in the text, so that students will have commentary once the discussion is taking place, and they'll have these notes to use to make sure they can participate in the discussion. After students have completed the pre-work, it is time for students to complete the Socratic seminar. This means the teacher will act as a facilitator. That means the teacher is not sharing their own opinions, thoughts, or beliefs, but maybe asking thought-provoking questions to lead students to staying on topic and answering questions in more detail.